Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by your daily Reiki micro session. We're going to start with 5 minutes of Reiki, and I call it a micro session because a normal Reiki session, at least a normal session with me, is an hour long. So this is just a tiny little taste of Reiki just to give you a sample so that you can see if this is something that you think would be useful for you or not. So we'll do 5 minutes of Reiki followed by 5 minutes of questions where you can ask me about Reiki, about psychic stuff, about any other questions that you may have. However, I do not do any medium readings here in this format. I prefer to keep those more in a private format than a public forum. So, having said all that, let's cover what you guys need to know about Reiki. So, for Reiki, what you need to know is that it is a Japanese word that means universal life force energy. It can be used for anything from medical wellness to emotional wellness, mental wellness. It can also even be used for financial wellness. Not a lot of people know that. So I'm going to set the intention for whatever. Don't bite me. What's the matter with you? Sorry about the interruption. I was gone for a few days and she really missed me. I think she's not happy that I'm talking to all of you and not giving her all the attention. Anyway, so I'm going to set the Reiki intention for whatever will benefit each of you guys the most. And if you guys have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. The only thing that I ask is when you adjust that intention that you still keep it for you. Okay, so next thing that we need to know is that because Reiki is energy, it is not limited by time or by space. That's why I can sit right here and send Reiki out to all of you guys. And that's also why you can watch this after the Reiki has already been sent out and get just as much benefit from it as you do if you're watching right now. So having said all of that, let's get this Reiki started, shall we? All right, so we're starting Reiki at 1 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 6 after the hour. Diane, hello. Gabby, hello. Theseus, hey, hey, welcome. You know you're not supposed to be on the table. Shakoya, hello. Universe Love, hello. Angela Lukes, hello, hello, hello. Yes, yes, and she's aggravated because now I'm not paying attention to her, so she is fixing to walk all over all my decks of tarot cards just to watch me freak out. Not as bad as I thought. Hello, hello, hello. As the tail waves through the camera. How are you doing, Sherry? What are y'all using your Reiki energy for tonight? You cannot rub the computer. You're moving the camera. You've got to calm down, baby. Peace of mind is good. Also for release, to help you release. You can use that as an intention. Safety and financial comfort and peace. Highest and best. There we go. Healing. Gotcha. Okay, that's enough. Get off the table. Water bottle always works when you're desperate. Okay, we still have 3 more minutes of Reiki. Sorry for that interruption, guys. I was just trying to give her some attention while I worked. Obviously, that was not enough for her. 2 more minutes of Reiki. I missed y'all. Tomorrow I'm going to go through and look at contest entries and pick a contest winner. I am pretty tired. I had a little trip out of state over the weekend for a long weekend, and I got back yesterday and I'm still tired. I thought by now I would be more normalized. But other than that, I'm fantastic. How are you, my dear? Kinks and curls. Glad to see you, honey bunny. I appreciate you spelling my name right. Thank you. Almost. There's still a minute left. What are you going to use it for? Healing for you too. Gotcha. Okay, we've got 5 minutes of Reiki in. Let's wrap that up. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Those of you who put that already, I do appreciate it. Also, thank you for sharing this video with whoever may be able to benefit from the Reiki. And let me set my timer and we'll begin questions. What do you guys want to know? What do you guys want to know today? Does Rob want something long-term with me? He seems mysterious and hidden. Ooh. Mysterious and hidden is kind of a red flag, isn't it? Does Rob want something long-term with kinks and curls? You're quite welcome, Sherry. La, da, 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 da. Well, that's really some interesting cards here. I think he does. I think he does. I kind of wonder if you guys aren't like getting back together again. To me, this card talks about working it out. So usually there's like been some kind of conflict that you guys are trying to work out afterwards. But if you haven't been together before, this is he does want to put in some energy and effort into building a relationship with you. So that's positive. 6 of Wands, definitely he wants something that is significant with you with that 6 of Wands. 9 of Cups, he's viewing you as his dream come true right now. And then we have the Fool card. He does want to start or start again, whichever that may be. Okay, so it's a start again. And when I first saw this card, it kind of threw me until I heard what Spirit had to say about it. He wants to nail it down this time. I think you can expect long-term from him. I also feel like he's going to be pretty possessive, and he may be coming up with a ring faster than you expect if everything continues to go the way the energy is setting right now, at least. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Gabby. My roommates and I got into a huge fight. Oh, yay. There's so much tension in the house. Can I get guidance on how to handle this situation? How many roommates do you have, Gabby? You're quite welcome, Kinks. Tell me how many roommates you have. Meanwhile, I'm going to move on to Theseus. Will Theseus be a hit on YouTube? How do you define a hit, Theseus? What is a hit for you? Is that a number of subscribers? Is that a number of views? Do you have a particular, what's your landmark that would make you know, oh, I'm a hit? Excuse me. 2 roommates. Okay, so I want you to think about your 2 roommates. Think of one as roommate number 1. That's going to be the one that you interact with the most. And think of roommate number 2 as the one that you interact with the least. Okay, Gabby? I'm going to give you advice in each situation. So, Gabby, for roommate number 1 and roommate number 2. Okay, so Gabby, roommate number 1 can be really high energy all the time and can be going in different scattered directions, okay? So when you're interacting with roommate number 1, you want to really be calm. Be calm. You don't want to let that high energy scatter different directions throw you into 15 different directions at once. You want to stay calm and stay focused, okay? And the other thing that you want to do is you don't want to make roommate number 1 any big promises or any big commitments. Do not do that. Don't get yourself locked into anything with roommate number 1. Now, looking at roommate number 2, which is the one that you interact with less than roommate number 1. This one, I think you want to consider what kind of impression you're making on this person. And I think you also, as you consider what kind of impression you're making on this person, you also want to consider what kind of impression you would like to make on this person. Okay? Not in the way that you care about what people think about you, but more in the way of being the light in this situation. Okay? And we have advice for how to act with this person, which is, my timer was really quiet, which is basically to stay very sunshiny, happy, outgoing, continue to interact with this person in a very friendly and positive way. And then the last bit of advice for roommate number 2 is it is going to take some energy and some effort being poured out to get this healed over the situation that you guys have. Okay, Kinks, that's what I've got for you, honey bunny. Or no, Gabby, I'm sorry. That's what I've got for you. Okay. Theseus, I think, had asked me a question. I was waiting for a response. You're still pretty open, Theseus, on your what is financial success for you? Because I'm going to tell you something, Theseus. People, if you don't put it in something that's measurable, what happens is the more money you make, the more money you spend, and you feel like you're just as broke as you always felt like you were. So you want to have a tangible landmark. When I'm making $15,000 a month on YouTube, then I'll know that I consider myself successful, And that's just an example, and that's a ridiculous high example for most people. But have in your mind what your marker for success is financially, okay? So put that in your mind while I'm shuffling, Theseus. And I'm going to ask the question for you. Will being on YouTube bring Theseus success financially in Theseus's terms and more opportunities to do the things that they love to do? La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Okay, so the way the energy sits right now, Theseus, first card out, Three of Cups. I think you're going to be annoyed at how slow the subscriber base actually forms. With the moon following, I think you're going to feel like there's some kind of secret door that you're not sure how to make it through there. With the Temperance in reverse, I think you're going to be very impatient with this whole process. Four of Wands in reverse, I think you're going to tell yourself that you're going to take a temporary break and you're going to walk away and sort of detach from it to possibly regroup. But honestly, I see you releasing yourself from the need to make YouTube work for you. So I actually don't see you sticking with it any more than 4 months at the most, actually. Now, that's just the way the energy sits now. But I will tell you that I think if you educate yourself on how the logarithm works and really focus on doing the things you have to do to make the logarithm work, you could change this energy, okay, and make it a more positive outcome. That's what I'm hearing and picking up for you. Okay, so la da 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 da. Excuse me. I think I missed some things, Diane. Okay, that's an interesting question, Diane. Anybody who asked a question and it's important for them to have that answer, I do offer 1-question readings. I even offer 2-question readings or live readings on my website. If you want to have an answer before the next time I go live and hopefully to get in before the 5 minutes are up, that may be a better option for you. So Diane, if I was going to answer this question, I probably wouldn't come up with a name. That's typically not my MO, but I will be able to tell you things about the person to help you identify them. Universe. Are you on the right track with your career choice? That's a great question. Same thing. If you need that answered before next time I'm here and the timer goes off, then you may need a 1-question reading. La da da da. Within. I figured witching was not exactly what you were going for there. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, donations are great, but not necessary. Donations are great, though. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. You're quite welcome to see us. Thank you, Kinks. You know what I've actually recently discovered, though, about my channel? When I started doing this, I was one of very few who were doing predictions by sign with the tarot cards. And so I basically had a monopoly on the viewers. And I was getting like 4,000 and 5,000 views for my monthlies back then. And I didn't know anything about the logarithm. And now that there's so many more people on here doing this, I'm realizing it's because I don't know anything about the technical stuff that I'm missing out on subscribers and views and all of that good stuff. So I am just now realizing this stuff and getting up to snuff on, okay, what should I be doing to get myself placed out there more? So I think that's going to be important for Theseus too. Hi, Angela. The timer already went off, honey. I'm sorry. All right. I am actually monetized. Yeah, and when I didn't have a lot of competition and I was getting 3,000 and 4,000 views for actually I was doing weeklies at that point. I was bringing in a nice little paycheck. I could almost pay my rent off of YouTube. But things have changed. Now there's YouTube Red, which are decreased to pay a lot. And then also because there's so much more competition and I haven't really been working with a logarithm, I'm lucky if I make a paycheck. Usually I make one once every 3 or 4 months. But that's fixing to change because I'm starting to learn some of this technical stuff. All right, so, thank you, Tashana. I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. I'm off of this. I'm going to go watch the presidential debate and see who can make my head spin off of my body the quickest. Such a positive outlook, eh? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the shares and for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for those of you who are doing private readings and private Reiki sessions. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful evening. And I'll see you guys back here on the next video if I don't see you before that in a private. Peace out.